The perfect lawns, identical mailboxes, and pristine streets seemed almost too peaceful and too silent.
But behind that calm facade lived an HOA with absolute authority over every resident's life.
Most residents genuinely believed the rules were designed to protect their community and property values.
Only a few began to realize just how much power the HOA board actually held over them. He never appeared on ballots, never gave public speeches, and rarely showed his face anywhere.
But he quietly financed HOA campaigns without drawing any attention to his real intentions.
Candidates backed by him always won, often running uncontested and never thoroughly questioned by voters. Once elected, these loyal board members followed only his instructions and protected his interests.
Within just a few short months, maintenance and service contracts began changing hands quietly.
The
same companies kept winning business, despite higher costs and noticeably worse service records overall.
Homeowners noticed their dues climbing higher every year, yet services seemed to vanish or deteriorate. Complaints about rising fees were met not with answers, but with new fines and penalties instead.
Late fees stacked unnaturally quickly, creating a suffocating financial pressure many residents could barely endure.
This pattern was not accidental. It was clearly intentional and deeply structured for financial gain.
The developer's influence stretched across 5 HOAs, spanning at least 3 separate county jurisdictions. Each of these associations quietly funneled money upward through cleverly disguised contract agreements.
Homeowners began to whisper among themselves about what should have been obvious to everyone.
One retired African-American homeowner, fed up and confused, decided to meticulously document everything he saw.
Requests for transparency were repeatedly denied, delayed, and all but completely ignored by the board. Then, without warning, the board retaliated with inspections, citations, and sudden rule enforcement. It became frighteningly clear that asking questions now carried very real consequences and personal risk.
Instead of shrinking back, he kept detailed records of every fine, every contract, and every refusal.
What he uncovered suggested something far more organized than mere incompetence or mismanagement.
This was where our story shifted from HOA controversy into the realm of federal investigation.
An East Asian man contacted federal authorities with evidence that he never expected them to already suspect. Investigators soon acknowledged that they had seen eerily similar patterns in other states before. Wiretaps were authorized, undercover strategy meetings were convened, and surveillance began in silence.
African-American board members spoke freely, believing that their power made them untouchable and hidden forever.
It's just a little fun with the homeowners, maximizing those revenue streams.
And ensuring ongoing control through intimidation.
Meanwhile, shell companies and offshore accounts moved money at astonishing speeds, undetected. The mysterious developer never appeared at meetings, yet his instructions were clearly followed.
Midway through the investigation, detectives uncovered an unexpected and disturbing connection. Another HOA entirely, hundreds of miles away, showed nearly the same signatures and financial behavior.
It became painfully obvious this was not a local problem, but a coordinated criminal operation.
The whistleblower began feeling the personal cost of his courage and consistent exposure. Legal pressure mounted as investigators built a compelling case, full of hard evidence.
Then, in the early hours of morning, the federal takedown began without warning.
Board members began resigning without hours, claiming personal reasons that didn't add up.
The Kingpin's real estate empire dissolved faster than anyone expected and possible under pressure.
I can't believe they would do that. This is unacceptable. We have to fight back.
What about the budget?
Millions of dollars were eventually recovered, but the community's trust was permanently damaged.
All characters, homeowners, developers, and organizations portrayed here are purely fictional and created for this documentary.
Any resemblance to real persons, living or dead, or real organizations is purely coincidental and not intentional.
Similar HOA scandals, controversies, and allegations have been reported in news sources across America.
Unchecked power, when left unmonitored, always finds creative ways to exploit ordinary people.